I would not be surprised to learn that this fruit starred in an American Pie movie at some point. And that's as specific as I'm going to get about that. But am I wrong?
No.
Yeah.
No.
If they did the cantaloupe scene, I guarantee you they have a grapefruit scene. That's all I'm saying. What's up, chicken nuggets, and welcome back to Taste Like Chicken. I am your host and certified picky eater, Joseph Paul, and today we are joined by my co-host and lovely wife, Alexa. Hi, honey. How are you today?
Good. How are you, sweetie?
Oh, I can't complain. Today's going to be an easy one for me.
Yeah? You
Yeah.
think it's not going to be like difficult for you?
No. I think as we've gone along with the show, I've matured. I've become quite the foodie.
Yeah.
And I'm going into this one a little bit cocky.
We'll see if that holds up.
Yeah. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are trying some fruits for the very first time in my life. What fruits are we trying, honey?
We're doing grapefruits, cherries, blueberries, mangoes, and pomegranates.
Excellent. Grapefruits, cherries, blueberries.
Mangoes and
Mangoes and
pomegranates.
pomegranates. Okay.
We just cut them up like 10 minutes ago.
I'm going to have a lot
already
of questions with this one.
Oh, good, because I'm not going to have answers for you.
I was going to say, we went and bought a bunch of these fruits, and I'm learning slowly that you're just as bad as me. For the longest time, people would be like, how is she married to him? He eats like a 4-year-old.
Oh, that's right.
How does she put up with this?
I eat like a 6-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. You're not a picky eater per se.
No.
You will eat anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of you won't prepare anything. You like quick and easy. So you eat the same thing every day, not because you're picky,
Yeah.
but because you're lazy.
Yes.
Okay. I will say though, you cut the fruit this time around.
I did.
And did it go better than when we tried cutting the oranges?
Actually, yes, it did.
Did you have to Google how to cut these fruit?
Obviously.
Okay, well.
yes, I did. The one time I've had a mango was I was at work and I went to my boss's house to drop something off, and his housekeeper was like, try the mango. And I said, fantastic. I've never had it before. And I was not prepared to like prepare it at the office. But some guy on YouTube very lovingly said, this is how you do it. And I followed his instructions.
Fair enough.
I don't know who that was.
If you want to know how to cut a mango?
Yes.
If you want to know how to cut a mango, the video is linked below.
Yes.
Are there any fruits on the list today that you have not had?
Cherries.
You've never had a cherry?
I've never had a cherry. Like an actual honest, like, and grapefruits. Cherries and grapefruits I haven't had.
Okay, so this is going to be fun for both of us.
Yeah, little adventure.
All right, let's get started. So what are we starting with here today, hon?
Today we're starting with mangoes.
Mangoes, okay. So you said, I did not know you can't eat the skin on a mango?
No, you cannot eat the skin on a mango. No.
Why not? Is it like toxic?
I don't know if it's toxic, but you just don't.
That's weird to me because there's plenty of other fruit that like you just eat. Well, I guess oranges you don't.
Yeah, oranges, grapefruits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've had this one before?
I had a slice of one once, what I managed from that one time.
I like the
that
smell
I was
of
able
it.
to cut it up. Mangoes do smell very lovely. They're a classic tropical fruit.
Ready?
Ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Mangoes. What do you think?
It's very gelatinous.
I don't know about gelatinous.
In terms of the texture?
It's soft.
Yeah.
You should be able to slice right through it or put a fork through it. When
Yeah.
you,
It feels like I'm kind of biting into an organic Jell-O. I've had Jell-O. This is like an organic Jell-O.
Sure.
The thing that surprises me here is that it doesn't taste at all to me like mango flavored things.
Yes. I don't think a lot of artificially flavored stuff tastes like the actual thing.
No, it doesn't. But in a lot of cases, I always feel like I can understand why they call it that. Like grape flavored things don't taste like a grape. But after having grapes, I still understand why they call it grape flavored.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't understand mango flavored things now because
What mango flavored things have you had?
I'm sure I've had something. This is delightful.
Mango's delightful.
I really like this.
Yeah, it was really interesting to learn how to cut one up because like an avocado, it has a pit, but it's just not a visible pit. comparatively to an avocado. Because an avocado, you have that tiny little ball of just whatever. The nut,
Mangoes have pits?
they do.
I don't know if it's because I'm better with textures now or it's just the flavor, but for some reason, the pulpiness of this
Yeah.
is a lot more bearable than, say, pineapple was. I really fuck with this.
You fuck with mangoes. I love that.
I
I love that that's your new term now.
Yeah, I don't know how that started.
You're like, I fuck with oranges. I fuck with other things that you've liked on
First
the show.
off, I don't fuck with oranges.
Fucks with celery. That was what I was looking for. Celery.
Oranges are a pain in the ass to eat. They taste good, but what is the point? This is pretty chill.
So, like, if we were out, say, taking a walk, and you see those carts that a lot of people have selling the fruit, would you, if they had mangoes, would you pick some up?
If it was pre-cut, yes. That's the thing. Grain of salt. Mm-hmm. I don't know how often I'll eat this because you're the one that prepared it.
That is true.
So unless you're preparing it for me, I can't speak to, was this difficult to make? Like, was this a pain in the ass to cut up?
Yes. Yes and no. No, because especially when it's ripe, it'll slide right through the knife. However, I don't really have much experience using a chef's knife. Okay. So getting the lines straight was tedious and was a learning curve. That's what I'd say. It's a learning curve.
I'm on board with this, guys. I really like the taste of it. The texture's not bothering me.
It's good.
I think the worst of it is just preparing it. And quite honestly, preparing it seems like it's a lot easier than an orange. So, like,
yeah, it was pretty standard.
Strawberries, you could grab a fork and eat a strawberry, but strawberries are so plump, I feel like you're still going to get a little bit messy with it.
Yeah.
This is nice and neat.
Yeah, it's
Just,
pretty neat.
I'm a fan of, if I can grab it with my fork, I'm a fan of mango.
He likes the mango.
This is dope.
Cool.
Pomegranates are next. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, to be fair, we did buy a whole pomegranate and try cutting it ourselves. That didn't go great.
No.
And we only bought the one, so thank God we also bought these cups because we knew we were inexperienced.
It's the same thing. It's just the seeds from the pomegranate. Because to cut a pomegranate, you have to, like, pare it where the sides are, which you can feel on the pomegranate itself. Mm-hmm. Crack it open, and then kind of scrape out the seeds from the inside.
That was one of my confusions with this. So with a pomegranate, you're just eating the seeds?
Yeah.
Not the fruit itself?
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
It is. It's pretty wasteful if you think about it.
I have a thing against fruit in a cup. I've never had fruit in a cup, but just seeing it sit in its juices like this, there's something really unappealing about this presentation to me.
The ingredients listed on this are pomegranate arils, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and mushroom extract to protect quality. I probably shouldn't have told you that before we're about to eat them.
Who comes up with this stuff? That's my question. Like, who decided we should prepackage already made pomegranate? Mm-hmm. Fine. And then they're like, oh, but we gotta make sure it has a long shelf life. And someone's like, you could dip it in mushroom sauce. Give it a good little mushroom sauce. It's going to last for at least 3 days. Like, who comes up with this stuff?
Open the thing and eat your pomegranates before they're not good anymore.
I have a feeling they're not good now.
No, I think they're pretty good.
I don't like that it looks like flavored corn. Can I throw that out there? This looks like corn kernels.
Some would call them gems or jewels, but corn is fine too.
Pomegranate seeds. Mm-hmm. Those are so much crunchier than I was expecting.
Yeah, those are like the pit thingies in them.
I stand by what I said before.
They're corn?
They're corn. Pomegranate seeds are like eating corn, and I don't mean that in a good way.
Juicy corn.
In terms of texture. Mm-hmm. I like the tartness. Mm-hmm. I think I'm learning I'm a fan of tart. Tart is good. But I don't like these.
No?
No.
What about them don't you like?
I don't like chewing them with the pits in them.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Because it feels like I'm just biting down on sand.
Yeah, it does kind of, you can't bite through it. It limits how much of it you eat.
This can't be good for my teeth. Biting down on these little grains, that's got to be wearing down my enamel or something.
I think do not quote me on this, I do not know, but if you lightly crunch down on them.
Do you know me?
That's fucking fair. Why do I bother?
Oh. And yeah, just scooping up these little seeds to eat. to me, this isn't a pleasant experience. The taste is pleasant.
That's good.
But the presentation and the texture and how quickly that taste is gone. Like, I'm still chewing long after those juices have already left the system. You know what I mean?
The taste isn't lingering for you?
No, not at all.
Interesting. They are for me. Next up, grapefruit.
This is the one that I have the most insight on and the most trepidation about.
Same.
For a few reasons. One, I know you eat it with a spoon. I don't really like spoons in general. Two, I've met a lot of people over the years who have said that grapefruit tastes like throw up.
I've never heard that before.
I've heard that a lot.
Why would you say that?
I'm just saying, I've had a lot of people say that grapefruit tastes like throw up unless you add like a ton of sugar or whatever. Have you never heard that?
No.
And you've never had grapefruit?
No, my dad has. My dad likes to eat grapefruit for breakfast every now and again.
We really got to start a counter of things that make Vern so interesting. I dated a girl in high school that the way you eat popcorn, she ate grapefruit.
Oh, like
No,
on the regular.
Yeah, anytime we were sitting down to watch a movie or anything like that, she'd be like, I'm going to have some grapefruit. Like, she ate it like it was candy.
I mean, there are worse things to eat.
You don't know that.
Like
you haven't
candy.
eaten it yet.
No, but what I'm saying is like...
We might still be judging. Give us a minute. She's being positive, but we don't know that it's the worst thing. We haven't had it yet, so...
Just saying it's a healthy option is what I'm trying to get at.
Healthy is subjective. You said you pre-cut it?
Yeah, so along the slices, I cut them
you
out.
pizza pied it.
I pizza pied it, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So go for it. So hopefully you should be able to kind of just get in there. Now we'll try.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
All right, I already fuck this.
Is juicy.
Grapefruit. God, I hope this doesn't taste like throw up.
I thought I cut this better.
I don't even think that it's you. I think this is just a messy food, quite honestly.
Probably.
I
yeah.
am not a big fan. I don't think that this tastes like throw up, but I 100% see why people say that. The taste I'm getting in the back of my throat from this, I totally see why people say this tastes like throw up. I get the connection. I can't quite phrase it right, but like, yeah, there's like a fruity kind of almost acidic vibe to it that I get it. I totally get it. I don't feel the same way. I don't feel strongly.
It is a citrus fruit, so it is going to be acidic, like lemons and limes and oranges.
Yeah.
But I was so scared that this was going to be extremely tart.
Yeah. This reminds me of, you know, that fruit that Rafiki breaks open to make like the paste that goes across some. You know, he breaks it open, some of it like drips out, and he goes Simba.
It shines in the sun.
Yeah, with how messy this this kind of reminds me of that.
That's so funny.
I weirdly don't hate it. This isn't unpleasant for me. I just, with how messy it is, I know that I will not revisit this.
Yeah.
Unless someone has like pre-sliced individual pieces. But even then, like, because this is such a watery fruit.
Yeah.
And when you bite into it, it just gushes.
Not for you.
I don't think I'll be messing with this a lot in the future.
I genuinely didn't think it was going to be as juicy as it was.
Put a little bit of sugar on it. Let's see how it is sugar. Have you done it with the sugar yet?
No, I have not.
Nope.
The sugar didn't help?
Honestly, I think the sugar made it worse.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Can't wait. Here we go.
I think the sugar just kind of highlighted the flavor. Yeah?
Yeah, probably. I don't taste a difference. Cherries.
Cherries. Now, quick question.
Yeah.
These are different from maraschino cherries?
Yes.
Those are the ice cream ones, right?
I guess they're commonly used on ice cream yet. Again, don't ask me questions I don't know the answers to. They just said sweet cherries on the bag that we picked up from the grocery store.
Right. Someone in the comments let us know. How are these different from the cherries they put on ice cream? Because they must be different. Those are like candy red and translucent.
Yeah.
These aren't that. Are there pits in these?
Yes.
We're going to Google that so I don't choke. Hold on. Do sweet cherries have pits? Yes, sweet cherries have pits. Okay, so we're going to have to... Okay. That's annoying.
Cherries.
Cherries.
Yeah, there's a pit. Careful. What do you think? I like them.
The taste is good. Hold on. Very good, but I would not buy these.
No, not a fruit that you'd have for a snack.
No, because I have to spit out the pits. I don't want to spit out things. That's gross. It just makes me think of people spitting sunflower seeds into a cup. And it just...
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I figured out what this reminds me of. These have a similar texture and taste to Red Delicious apples to me. Very similar taste and texture to Red Delicious apples, which I like. I like that texture. So, but yeah, this pit, that's the problem.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to work around.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's something you want to accidentally swallow. If it's not toxic, then just for safety reasons. Woo.
It doesn't help either that the pits kind of look like little teeth. I don't like that at all. Like, because they got the red juice on them and they look like little teeth. So it looks like I'm just losing teeth as I go. That's gross. Do we want to do the cherry stem thing?
I was going to say, you read my mind. I got one just specifically for that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I've never done this before because I don't eat cherries. Hold on. Start breaking my mouth. Okay. Oh, shit.
You get it?
Oh, I almost had it.
It's hard to do.
I feel quite foolish. I was ready for this to be one of those things. I'm like, everybody exaggerates. Probably really easy. I'm going to crush this.
It's pretty hard. Yeah, you kind of have to work it between your teeth and make the stem soft enough to curl, and you have to utilize your tongue and your teeth. But overall, cherries. Are you still working on it? Never mind.
Nope.
That would have been so amazing.
So cherries, yeah.
I'm going to keep trying while you talk about this.
Really good. But that pit's a deal breaker. I don't mess with the pits. Those pits are the pits.
Blueberries.
All right. Excellent. You're using a fork. Do I have to use a fork? Can I use my hands?
You can use your hands if you want. I just thought a fork would be cleaner.
I'm using my hands.
Alrighty, use your hands. What do I care?
The only reference I have for blueberries right now is they're not blue raspberry, because a lot of like flavored things that are blue, it's not blueberries, it's blue raspberry, and those are disgusting. But that's not this. But I've had blueberry beer.
Oh yes,
which is delightful. If you have not had blueberry beer, you gotta try it. It's so good. And blueberry Pop-Tarts, and I think that's about it. Is this going to be like a gusher where it's just going to like whoosh in my mouth? No,
it's not going to be as juicy as a grapefruit.
Okay.
You probably will a little bit, but it's not going to be like a grapefruit or an orange. You're not going to be, words are hard. You're not going to be overcome with the juices of a blueberry.
Blueberries.
What do you think?
That's not at all how I expected that to taste.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How did you expect it to taste?
Like my blueberry beer, quite honestly.
It's common for people to put blueberries at the bottom of champagne. If you want to like bouge it up or something.
Why would putting blueberries at the bottom of the champagne do anything?
Makes it look fancy. I don't know. I don't taste a difference. If you do that, I'm not a champagne drinker.
Do you then eat the blueberries and they're like infused with champagne kind of thing?
Maybe that's the point. I don't know.
Maybe. These are good, but they're kind of disappointing.
Yeah, a little bit.
I was really hoping for more of like, and this is kind of on me because, you know, we've learned obviously apple flavored snacks don't actually taste like an apple. Grape flavored snacks don't taste like grape. For some reason, I ate blueberry Pop-Tarts, and I was really banking on blueberries tasting like a blueberry Pop-Tart. And they don't. And I'm kind of disappointed.
No, they're a pretty subtle flavor.
I like that it's a pickin' food.
It is,
just grab this and, you know, pop it in my mouth. But it's a lot more fleshy than I expected.
Okay.
There's a lot more of, like, the skin of the blueberry. Like, I'll find it, like, tucked away somewhere in my mouth. That's kind of annoying. It's good, but I just...
Not a flavor, not something that you'd reach for.
Actually, no. I think this is something, if we were at a party and there were a bowl of blueberries, I would snack on them, but it'd be that thing of I'm keeping my hands busy. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't be snacking on them because I'm like, oh my God, blueberries. Yes. I'd be snacking on them because I'm like, these are kind of good and I don't know what to do with my hands while I talk to people. So
Tie yourself over till the main course.
yeah, I'm just going to grab some blueberries.
How'd you feel about everything today?
Fruits were okay. Like I said, this was an easy one. We've had enough experiences now on the show that this one was not a challenge for me.
Yeah.
This was more about getting more of the base foods in my diet for when we move on to more complicated dishes that have ingredients.
And it gives you a better sense of how people describe foods as well. You now know why people think or say that fruits taste one way. They can be refreshing and they can be referred to as a certain.
I actually find more often it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that I'm learning that my understanding of foods is so fucked up. I've learned I don't fully understand what the word savory means. I have a very complex understanding of tang. And yeah, there's so many things about food that like when people described it to me, it very much felt like licking a doorknob. You have never licked a doorknob, but you know what it's like to lick a doorknob. You just know. There's so many things about food that I felt I just knew, and now that I'm experiencing them, I'm like, I don't have any fucking clue.
No. So going through the fruits that we had, starting from what I can remember, what did we kick things off with? Mangoes, I believe.
Mangoes, yes.
How'd you feel about mangoes?
Mangoes are a solid 10-piece chicken nugget.
Hey!
I really enjoyed those. I thought it was very easy to eat. Based on how you describe preparing it, it doesn't sound like it's unmanageable.
No.
Yeah, super easy to eat. The texture was very pleasant. The taste was really good. I would genuinely eat mangoes. If you bought mangoes for me, because you're like, hey, you're not eating enough fruit, there's some mangoes in the fridge, I would eat them. Easy.
Awesome.
Easy.
I should too, because they were really good. Yeah, I like that. You had described them as non-pulpy, and I agree. What did you think of pomegranates?
That taste is really good. Not at all worth the trouble.
Interesting.
I don't like that I got to scoop it out with a spoon. So far, I'm not a big spoon guy. I don't know how else to say that. I'm just not a big spoon guy. And yeah, they're messy. They reminded me a lot of corn kernels in terms of the texture. The taste felt like it flooded out so fast that I spent 90% of the time just with the texture. I'm big on textures, and that texture isn't for me.
Not worth the investment to prepare them.
No, exactly. Yeah. I see the appeal for other people, but for me, the texture took priority. And so I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not good. 5-piece chicken nugget.
Not for you. Grapefruit.
Grapefruit, I genuinely don't know how I felt about that.
Same.
In terms of the taste, in a weird way, I liked the taste. But at the same time, I totally saw what people say about it tasting like throw up. Like, I made that connection immediately.
It was still there when we went into the cherries.
Yeah, exactly. It definitely had that taste that people talk about. The huge problem with the grapefruit was the presentation. Very fleshy.
Yeah. You
got to carve it out, but on top of that, like, because it's so fleshy, carving it out is difficult because the spoon goes right through it. So like it was kind of just a pain in the ass to eat, very sloppy. I would give grapefruit a 4-piece chicken nugget.
Interesting.
I don't think it was terrible. It really wasn't. I just don't see the appeal. That taste is odd. And that's not the kind of sloppy I need in my life.
Then we had cherries.
Everything was pleasant about the cherry except that pit. I got a real problem with I got to spit it out. When you're eating, you're with people. I don't want to be sitting in front of other people going, bleh, bleh, with these little fucking pits. No one wants to see me spitting out pits. And I can try to do it discreetly, but like, that's stupid. Like, it just, no. I have no desire to be doing that with my time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give Cherries a 6-piece chicken nugget.
Okay.
Everything about it was good, but those pits are a deal breaker.
Yeah, they were pretty gnarly. How'd you feel about blueberries?
Blueberries were disappointing. I thought blueberries were for sure going to be the winner today.
Yeah.
Because everything blueberry I've ever had, I love. I love a blueberry beer. I love a blueberry wine. Blueberry Pop-Tarts are peak Pop-Tarts. People will tell you it's cinnamon. It's not.
Who the fuck says cinnamon?
I know so many people who love the cinnamon Pop-Tarts, and they are good.
Criminals.
But blueberry Pop-Tarts are the king. And so I really thought I was... Hold on. I really thought that I was going to like blueberries. They're not good. They're not bad. They're not bad. They're really not. I'm done with that bit. I will give blueberries a 7-piece chicken nugget.
Okay.
Because again, textures are so big for me. That presentation is fantastic. I can just eat it like a snack. And the taste was good. But it should be higher, and it's not because the flavor wasn't there.
Yeah.
That is going to be our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us as we've tried fruits like mangoes and cherries for the first time in my life. If you would like to continue with us on this journey, be sure to like and subscribe.
If you have any ideas for foods we should try or punishments to inflict, please leave a comment down below and hit that bell to be notified when we post.
And as always, you stay crispy chicken nuggets. Make sure you try something new this week. Have a great day.
Bye.
Hey! Hey! Not bad.
Oh my God.
I'm ready for my first kiss. Here you go.